Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sean Lewis here.
Vic Carrero from Tacoma, Washington.
Is this the first game? We're just logging in here.
Yeah. I think this is just a practice, maybe. I'm not sure.
Nobody's shooting? Yeah, probably just practicing. So, yeah, I know they're going to get started at 3. So, the last couple matches we commentated started a little bit early, so we are ready when they are.
Yeah.
We're going to get the chat going so we can check that out. We are both in our home office in Tacoma, Washington. Grateful that the EvoSports is around, setting it up to where people can commentate from anywhere
in the world, really.
Yeah, Chrome browser, that's all you need. Internet connection and authorization, of course, and then you can commentate world-class pool, which is about to happen here.
Yeah, we're super excited to be able to commentate for this match.
Yeah, and, I don't know, any predictions? Like the favored player supposed to win by Fargo. However, anything can happen. I remember the first time I've actually played in a Scotch doubles match against Stephen Holem back when he was like 13, 14 years old. He came to Washington with Stan Tarango, and he's gotten a lot better since then. He was still really good back in the day. Yeah, so just doing a little bit of warm up here. All right. I'm assuming right at 3 it'll get going.
Seems like maybe,
You know it's 3 right now.
When they feel like it, I guess.
Yeah, so this is going to be alternate break, call pocket, rack your own, open after the break, 8 ball. I think this is round 3 on the A side. Y'all can check the digital pool bracket. Look more deeply if you want to. I know that Shane and Fedor are going to play at the same time on a different table. I think that's going to be on the post-up stream. But there are several EvoSports streams. That are going to happen here.
Yeah, I'm excited for this match. It'll be interesting to see. I don't really know anything about Stephen Holm. I know that Carlo BIADO is a beast for sure.
Yeah, 100%. One of my favorite players.
Poop emoji rack. That's hilarious. I never even thought of that. I will never unsee that. Thank you.
Dang, that's I'll eventually bust that one out. I like that one.
All right. Hope y'all are having a great day out there. Wherever it is you're watching from. It's very sunny in Washington currently.
Yeah, we're just going to be on and off here until they start, and then we'll really get going.
Yeah. So hold tight. We'll be back. All right. So we got the lag out the way. Looks like Steven got it and is racking first rack.
All right. What happened there? Somebody racked the balls?
Yes. Steven won the leg.
Steven won the leg.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So it's alternate break. So I guess odd games, even score. Steven will be breaking. Been watching, I think we've commentated 2 other of these matches. One of them lasted,
30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe tops.
Not even. Something like that. It was so quick. Like every rack was a break and run, basically.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how this one goes. Looks like he pocketed one on the break.
Yeah, looking. I think either pattern here. Might take the solids just because there's only the 2 is a little bit tricky, but I think you play short side position for that. Also the 7. It's not really a good strike ball to start out. He could play the combination on the 2 right now as well. This is open after the break, so you can shoot either ball. Just call your ball. We played shape for the 7. That's good. So this is looking pretty routine from here. Other than potentially getting a little bit tricky if you choose to use the 3 as the last ball before the 8. I wouldn't say that he's going to plan to do that. Seems like he's just going to play these 3 balls on the left side of the table, then come back for the other 3. He is stretched out a little bit, so that might change his mind.
Going for the 6 next.
Yeah, this is fun.
Or the 5, I guess, but it looks like the 6 is where he's lining up.
Might try to just draw this back. And then if you end up with a good angle on the 3, then take the 3 next. And then draw out for these other 3 balls. Looking at the chat, the others, which match with SVB are we talking about? Because I think he's still A-side, so he's won them all. And he's playing Federer.
Gorst right now, yeah.
Yeah, it should be going on right now. Yeah, Steven's looking really good. We just run out here. Yeah, just checking his line. Pretty routine.
Nice.
Yeah, probably just a high ball here.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Top spin, yeah. Just queuing up a little bit of inside as well. Should get him closer. Pretty much perfect. All right, 1-0. It's Carlo's break.
Got 124 people watching. Nice. Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
We're up in Tacoma, Washington, hanging out at home, enjoying a little bit of sunshine earlier, but it's gotten cloudy all of a sudden, which is pretty normal.
For Washington. Different rule. What?
It's alternate break. I don't know if that's what we're talking about. Secret. Oh, the prize pool. I had to look. It's on the digital pool website, which I can just check that out right now.
Oh, interesting rule. I don't think that that is a rule in this case. He's saying in some areas the 8 must be pocketed in the opposite pocket of the second to the last ball.
What's the name of that game? I've not heard of that. Last pocket 8 ball, and then there's another game that's similar that you have to pocket the 1 or the 15 in the sides. Bank the 8 is common, but I've never heard of opposite pocket of the last ball. Carlo got kicked into the scratch there.
What's up, Justin? Is that Justin Juan in Federal Way? What's up, dude?
8 ball in Spain. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I had no knowledge of that existing as a thing.
Yeah, in Puerto Rico, it's last pocket 8-ball everywhere. Got the 5. Probably take the 3 here. Or go for the 2 maybe. Or he's checking the line on the 2 after the 3.
Yeah, I'm looking for the payouts here, but I'm not seeing the payouts. I know it's 10,000 added, so it should be at least, I don't know, I think the payouts was like 10,000 for first and the 10 ball, so it should be similar. I don't see any reason why it would be much less. I think it's a similar field size.
All right.
Yeah, looking good once again here.
Yeah, it looks like what, 418
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Probably gonna go. Might draw up to this to shoot in the side or play one rail, but I think it looks like he's just gonna draw a little bit. Kind of stun it to the left.
Diocho in Spain. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool variation. I think that 8-ball kind of can get a little bit dry. Although I think at the higher level, it's the break is so huge in 8-ball, especially with the nicer equipment. I think that it's more of a fun and interesting game the worse the equipment is. There's a little bit more randomness.
All right, Steven's got rack 2. Yeah, I mean, I feel like varying degrees of that. I don't know. There's definitely a point at which if the equipment is that bad, it really makes it not as fun.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like there's definitely a sliding scale of the fun zone on the equipment. So we got Steven's rack 3.
Yeah, rack 3, 2-0. Carlo got that unfortunate scratch on the break. Steven broken around that first one, so he's looking good. Yeah, secret. In the U.S., 8-ball is pretty much played only on 7-foot tables. I think this is the only event that's a big event that plays 8-ball on the 9-foot table. There is a huge contingent of 7-foot table players that mainly play 8-ball. And it's an interesting game. On a bar table, I think it's more interesting than on a 9-footer. 9-footer, there's hardly the clusters that there is on a 7-footer. And that kind of makes it a little bit more strategic. But the bar table, obviously, smaller table, bigger pockets, makes it more offensive. And, it has its shining moments. I definitely prefer 8-ball on a bar table to 9-ball on a bar table, for instance. So we got an open table situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think other than those 2 balls in the middle, everything looks open.
Is that the 12 in the pocket there on the side?
Yeah, I think that's the 12.
It's hard to tell with the lighting, on the other one, on the 4. Like almost looks striped.
Yeah, the lighting giving interesting reflections. Yeah, if the 11 goes and the 13 is not in the way of it in the bottom right there, then he can take either pattern. I think if he's going to take solids, I might shoot the 1 first and then play back a little bit more towards the middle of the table, but maybe shoot for the 4 next. Yeah, this is looking like not too much work from here. He's gotten perfect on that solid ball that was a little bit tied up. So he's probably going to take that first so nothing weird happens, and then play the other ball is kind of the easiest way.
Yeah, nice. I prefer 9-footers personally. I grew up playing on 9-foot table, so it makes sense. I feel like, I don't know, the birth of the bar box, I don't really understand how it's gotten so popular. Well, I guess I do understand, but that's a whole other conversation. But personally, I think I love the challenge of the 9-footer over a 7-footer. I'd much rather play on a 9-footer any day.
Yeah, agreed. I'm a similar boat. And where we live, there's mostly 7-foot tables, which is a little bit of a disappointment for 9-foot table players. Most of the 9-footers are in people's houses around here. So is there a fair amount of people traveling to people's homes to play a little bit? And bar tables, it's a little bit more kind of cheaper cheaper to have a bar table in your business because it's the square footage is expensive where we live. And I think that drives a little bit of it.
Yeah, and you can get more people on more tables to drive your business a little more.
So there's a little bit of that was part of the initial mechanism, I think, that helped it take off in the area. And then, I don't know. I think that Washington it's kind of more of a technology state than it is like an outdoors or a sports state. And that causes a little bit more people to not gravitate towards the sports. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to plan to play that 4 either in the corner or the side, and then just play the 8 in the top right.
Yeah.
From here, if he shoots it in the side, I can't really see the angle, but he might just play it all the way down and pick either 8-ball spot. Looks like he's totally in control though. It's going all the way down table.
Yep. All right. Carlo's got one on the board. Oh, yeah. In China, they play on the rounded pockets. Yeah. The Chinese 8-ball tables. There's actually, I knew there was one at Legends in Beaverton before they closed down, but I don't know about in Washington if there's any spots that have that kind of 8-ball table.
There's at least one. Well, there's one at Ox in downtown Seattle.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know anywhere else that has them. The Chinese 8-ball tables. Yeah, it's a very cool game, and I know it's much more challenging on that table because the pockets are much more difficult than American pool tables. I don't know that it's going to take off right away, but I'm sure that over time, a segment of people will be more interested in playing that game.
Yeah, and yeah, it's interesting people's stroke mechanics and like how they can be such high-level players and have very interesting differences in the way that they stroke the cue.
Yeah, exactly. I think it seems like Carlo generates most of his power with his wrist and hand, and not as much with his forearm, which is not the way that it's been taught in recent years. There's more people proposing loose grip and not using as much of your wrist energy and hand squeezing, etc., to generate power. It's difficult to argue with Carlo's game, however.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
I do a little bit of pool coaching myself, and I think that I might be the first person to just say that actually it's really not as important as you think. The fundamentals, as long as you're within a range, it's more about your ability to see yourself being successful in every situation, and then believing in that, and then just going forward with that as your primary. And it doesn't matter so much what your stroke looks like. If you put in the work, your stroke will develop, and then when you can start making the shots and the cue ball does what you want, I don't see what the point of extra development of your mechanics to achieve a certain ideal, because Carlo's mechanics would not be he would probably not try to teach anyone to do what he's doing, even though he's a top level player in the world. And that just goes to show like how the game is more than you think it is. It's not just about perfect mechanics. It's also about, the emotional part of the game. So Steven,
You're good.
okay. Sorry guys, we lost audio for a brief moment. Steven was hoping to be able to pick off that 9 ball, and I think now that's not there. So this has gotten to be a little bit more interesting. He's still got the combo or the 9 or that breakout that he needs to shoot. It's not that close to the hole, but it's fairly lined up, the combination, speaking about the combination. So he might go for it now. This is the most risk that he's taken here so far this set. So we'll see what happens.
Like butter.
Nice. Straight in the hole. So he should be good from here. Right, yeah, just shoot shots. Yeah, exactly. Got to play a lot. Got to love the game. Got to be wanting to get better and be the best. Even if it's just for your own self-expression and not really competitive atmosphere, competitive, urge. It's just I want to be good because I like being good. And that gets you there. And if you like to travel and all that, then, pool is a good game to try to go pro at, because you definitely have to travel quite a bit to play on the bigger events. They're not always in the same place. That's one of the things I think that held me back a little bit. I don't really enjoy traveling a ton. I like to kind of stay home and be a little bit more in control of my environment. So, but traveling is fun once in a while. Steven's looking good here. He just needs to get a little bit of an angle on the 14, which he looks like he's gotten. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna probably punch this, roll it down or punch it down table. And then I think the 8 might not pass into the bottom right, so he might be forced to go forward on the 15 or whatever that ball is and come 2 rails back to the spot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Secret. You definitely should be playing up. If you're trying to get better, playing up is always the way to go.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to somebody about it, and just it's hard to reinvent the wheel with pool when you could just travel a little bit and find people that already have most of it figured out, and then you can just learn by watching them and playing against them. And it's so much more difficult to like figure out what you need without having that feedback from great players. So he's going to draw. Looks like just punch up. Maybe it does go past the 5. Hard to see from the monitor. But yeah, if so, this is pretty routine.
All right. 3-1, Steven.
3-1. And I didn't see. Did Carlo dry break on that rack? Must have, because there's 7 solids there on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 break opportunities lost for Carlo, and it's 3-1 just like that.
Kind of cringy, but true. It is true. You know, got to put your time in. And look at everything as a learning opportunity, really.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes pool a great game, though. You can continue to develop yourself.
The cue ball got kicked to the pocket, he said. Scratched on the break.
Again, that's 2. 2 out of 3. Was it both breaks that happened? Oh yeah, Carlo's not being that successful on the breaks. Yeah, that's been one of my historic issues with pool is not breaking as well as a lot of the players at my caliber. I did spend a lot of time developing that after a while, but at the beginning of my career, I wasn't really that interested in just practicing my break all the time.
Dry break for Steven.
Try break. Okay, so Carlo's got an opportunity here. Not sure if he has to do anything with those solids other than just get on them properly. The 6 looks like it might not go. The thing about taking stripes here is that you're going to have to move that 10 out of the way with nothing else really around it. And then use probably that 15 ball to break the 8 out or play short side position on the 8 all the way down table. Both of which are doable. I'm more concerned with if I take stripes here to figure out what to do with the 10. I think it's a little bit more easily he could pick solids and eliminate the problems.
Yeah, I agree, Secret. 8-ball can be really brutal that way. It's like you miss, you lose. Especially when you're talking about this caliber of player.
Yeah, it is like kind of like a game of chicken a little bit where you don't ever want to play safe playing 8-ball, but because your opponent can really put you in a tough spot, and it's hard to get out of that in 8-ball more so than rotation. And then if you don't run out and you end up really tough, then your opponent, might have all their balls just leaving out there, and then it's super easy for them to run the balls.
Yeah, Rodney, I'm also not much of an 8-ball player personally. I kind of grew up playing more rotation style games, and that's definitely something that I struggle with sometimes is, really reading the table correctly and understanding what the pattern should be and when to kind of go for it versus not.
Oh,
Rattled it.
Carlo took the stripes and missed. So this is still ultimately work to be done here for Steven.
So it's open?
Yeah, I think he's going to play the 14 and then
maybe get the 10 out of there.
Get the 10 out right now. And at minimum, like find out, okay, what he might have to use another shot to break it out, but then he'll have something.
Interesting choice.
I think he got there.
No, he did. I was just saying it was an interesting choice to hit it so hard.
Yeah.
There's varying, I mean, well, 9 and 10 ball are considered to be more rotation style games. But I know there's different variations of rotation depending on where you go. Dave Ringler in the house. What's up, David?
Ooh. Yeah, when we're talking about rotation, we're talking about 8 ball, not 8 ball,
9 ball, 10
9
ball.
ball and 10 ball in the US. I don't really distinguish the difference of them. I know that there's a 15 ball rotation is common in the other areas, but we don't. U.S. players, I don't really know that game myself. It's not commonly played, but because you have to shoot them in order, that's why I call it rotation. That's the gist of it. Is you have to shoot the lowest numbered ball versus 8 ball is shoot any ball.
What's up?
What's up, David?
Thanks for tuning in. Interesting. First to 61 points. Nice. Where to play in the Tacoma, Seattle area? Well, soon enough, it'll be at our pool hall. We're actually about to pull the trigger on all that, and that will be in Tacoma. But in Seattle, there's Ox Billiards is really good. They have 9-foot tables. I mean, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a 7-foot table or a 9-footer. For 9, though, Temple Billiards in Pioneer Square is great, but it's more of a social kind of environment. It's less. They don't do tournaments or leagues really or anything. And I think they do maybe 2 nights of league at Temple, but they don't do big tournaments or anything. Ox Billiards does big tournaments though, and they also have some snooker tables as well.
Yeah, Ox has 4 snooker tables, 12-foot tables, and then they have and 1 Chinese 8-ball table, and then they have 8 Rasson
9-footers.
9-footers.
But yeah, for Tacoma, we're about to pull the trigger on an all 9-foot table room.
Yeah, as far as the rest of the tables in basically the whole of Washington are 7-foot tables. There's a few places here and there, but I'd say 95% of the tables that are in public places are 7-foot tables. And the majority now are diamonds, and there are quite a few places with valleys or dynamos or whatever, those style tables. Steven looks like he's gotten good on this 15, so I think he's pretty much, that was the one trick, because he can probably draw to bump the 3 away and give himself a nice option, get a little more space to work with.
Yeah. And we're hoping to open in the next couple of months, actually. So that's where we're at.
You got a little bit of a tough kiss there. I don't know if he can fully hit the 10 of the 11, or he's going to need to go rail first maybe to hit it. Looks like rail first shooting the combo. That was a little bit dicey for a half second, but he had a nice, that's why I left those 2 balls there, just because it would be for sure something that he could make happen. So now just the trick is going to be to play to clear the 6. I don't know if he's going to go around it by using, draw on left, just to avoid any potential to get hooked. Pretty good.
Thanks, Secret. Appreciate it. $5 an hour. Lol. We're actually doing more membership style pool room. So it's going to be primarily for members and with only maybe 4 tables available to the public at any given time. We're trying to encourage more people to get out there and play. All right. There it is.
Carlo is not that happy. 4-1. This is double elimination tournament, so this is A-side action, so the loser will still be in the tournament. So no matter what happens, both of these players will have some more pool to play. And I don't know if they're going to play every event. I would assume so, because they still got the banks and then the one pocket forthcoming after the 8-ball happens here.
Yeah, one of the comments was saying that Carlo's been struggling with his break for months. Apparently. Buffalo wings.
Yeah, he hasn't. I don't think Carlo's ever known to have like a tremendous break. I think his main strength that I've always witnessed is just his ability to really bear down in key situations. And, you know, he just has a great cue ball control and ability to just visualize purely what he's about to do and come with really interesting shots.
No scratch, but dry?
Drive and no scratch. There's a huge cluster in the top right area there.
Yeah. 3 solids and 2 stripes.
Well, and the 1 and the 11 truly are tied up. I was assuming that he'd shoot one of those balls first to avoid having to come back around. This is a tricky rack. He's playing that ball past the 3 in the top side, looks like.
Yeah, he's trying to give himself the angle to break out everything, it looks like.
Yeah. Must be really deep if he's trying to like hold the cue ball. To me, it looks like it may not follow it in unless he hits it really nice. Yeah. Maybe he can touch it. It looks a little steep. He's looking to see if he can hit that 15 and break it out, but I don't think that you can get much pace into it without really thinking it might be a bad hit. It looks like the 2 is covering it up partly.
Mm-hmm.
If he can loosen him with this shot with a little bit of follow, but I don't know. It looks to me like he's headed right between the gap, even with follow here. Any pace is going to create a big tangent line velocity, and then he's not going to be able to get the stroke to grab. And I know on the slidey cloth, it's not probably going to be so easy. So he's going to have to probably do something else. But he has to definitely create here, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. think maybe he can go into the bottom of them. I don't know. If it looks to me like he might be able to hit the 7, but I don't see him hitting that 1 ball or the 5 or whatever that. The
Is in the
4
middle.
is that the 4 in there tied up with the
It
9?
looks like the 4.
Maybe it's hard to see, but it looks to me like this is. You got to go for it though. There's nothing else to do. He's using low. Interesting. Is he going to try to go 2 rails into it? Didn't get there.
Well, I got the 9 out.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't. He needed to get both of them out, which is what I thought was going to be really tough. That was a good effort, though. It could have worked out. Just didn't quite get the action that he needed. I think he's looking at playing a safety here and trying to hold the cue ball right on the side of the 4. I think he's left the 5 in the corner at minimum.
Yeah.
The 4 in the side, maybe, top side.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first real mistake, and I wouldn't say that was a mistake. That was just a tough situation to get there, and he just didn't quite get his cue ball right to get that breakout. I think Carlo is still playing with that same predator cue that I've been watching him play with for years. He never ended up transferring over to the carbon fiber. What do we got? Some score updates. Fedor is ahead 5-3 right now in that match.
Is that Fedor SVB?
Yeah, Fedor SVB is 5-3. Evan Lunda is 5-3 against Ryan Macedonio, which I don't know who he is, 584 Fargo, but he's hanging in there. I love that. Mark Estiola is 7-1 against Billy Thorpe. Looking good there. See if Carlo can complete here. I think he's going to have to go forward. He's a little on the wrong side of it. If you can use a high ball and a little bit of left to keep it from coming up the table too far and giving him the wrong angle, you might go rail into the rail and back out. Good shot. Just making it work.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I remember when Carlo was messing around with the carbon fiber, it didn't seem like it took that long before he went back. And I think the last time I saw him play, he had the Vantage shaft, which I like the Vantage shaft personally. All right, 4-2.
Carlo's coming back. Poop wreck.
Also, it almost looks like somebody meditating in a way.
Oh yeah, totally.
Can never unsee it, but I can't speak about it right now.
Right. For sure. Carbon fiber is not BIADO friendly. Lol.
Yeah, I agree with that. He kind of like his stroke is more feel than it is like delivery, and I think that because of that, he really likes the sensations of the wood versus carbon fiber consistency. Oh yeah, does he have a long taper? Yeah. So the Vantage shaft with like a 20-inch taper would be nice. I played with I don't know, the second gen 314 or the third gen 314, and I had a 20-inch taper on it, and I thought it was nice. Same kind of diameter all the way down. Made that ball on the side.
Yep.
Stripes are clustered up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Combination looks like likely on the 6-3. The 8 is going to have a little bit of trouble passing the 10, but it might still go. I think you got to go for solids here, and then just you got to navigate that 6-3 combo.
You could always start with it.
I don't know if you want to shoot it first off. I like locking up the balls first because stripes is definitely worse.
True.
I would say.
Right. Maybe hit the 1.
Yeah, take the 1 first and then go for that tougher shot. But I think I'm not sure what he's gonna be able to do with the cue ball being elevated. Not probably gonna do anything risky. Yeah, this will make sense. Just shoot the 7 in the side and then roll to the middle of the table to shoot that combo.
Make it easy peasy.
Yeah, now the question is what happens with the 6? If he shoots the combo now, yeah, see, I thought he might play the 2 ball and then maybe break out those balls and then use the 4 as the insurance ball. He's looking to see if he can shoot the 3 all alone. That makes sense too. You don't want to move the 6 in between those 2 strike balls. That could be hazardous. He was trying to bump it. Now he's back in a little bit of trouble. It's hard for me to predict if he's going to end up with a shot here.
Oof.
He missed it. Yeah, he was kind of in a tough situation, not knowing exactly what was going to happen with the 6, so he figured he'd hit it hard enough to move the 6 away, and then ended up missing it. I was using the bridge too. He hasn't really left Carlo a great opportunity, though.
Yeah.
Might play I think that's the 12 ball on the, play it rail first off the bottom of the 4
Yeah.
into the top corner. At minimum, he'll block the hole, which would be good just to get him a little bit more
Breathing room.
exactly, because he's got 2 difficult situations down on the other side of the table to deal with. Is he trying to play safe here? No, I don't think so. Could try to make that ball and then play underneath it.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, didn't get away with it though.
Right.
Yeah, he just used a little bit too much spin or speed. Steven's gonna have to make a shot here though, because I could easily see making this 3 ball and not having really any control of the cue ball other than just letting it go and then banging into one of those strike balls and really leaving yourself in a tough spot. Because it looks like making the 3 in the side, he might have to shoot the 3 all the way down. Shooting the 3 in the side, I don't think is going to work out as well unless he can avoid those balls.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Now he's got a blocker there for any sort of 11, 15 situation.
Yeah, this is
He's got 6 of the balls tied up.
Yeah, it's amazing how most of the top tier production cue manufacturers of this, the prices keep going up and up and up. And I'm not sure that's going to continue. It just seems like there's so many competitors that have good offerings that it's going to eventually that should normalize. Yeah, so you got this combination is wired. Okay.
All right. Looks like the 11 goes past the 13.
Yeah. He didn't get an angle on the breakout for those 2 balls, the 9 and the 13. So, and I don't know if he's going to be willing to play. Yeah, I think you can just shoot the 11 and then come up a little bit above the line on the straight in line on the 15 and then make the 15 past the 3 and then play a roll up safe under the 9. Like rail first into the bottom of the 9, kicks the 9 off the 13, and then the cue ball floats back to the rail under the 13. Okay, I wasn't sure how. See this?
I was wondering if he was going to try to break it out.
He was trying to make them both.
Yeah.
I didn't think he needed to do that and break the ball out. That seemed a little bit more complicated, although I'm not Carlo's level.
Right.
Maybe he hooked him on the edge of it and he has to jump, which, might work out for Carlo, even if Steven comes with the shot here, because the 8 doesn't go in either of those left corner pockets. So he's going to be forced to make 2 great shots. Plus this shot right here, he could scratch even if he makes it.
Ooh. Spicy.
Yeah. Carlo made a good shot there, getting it under the 9. he might have known that was going to happen. Just got to move the balls around. So Carlo should be good here. Yeah, the secret. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how they just, I mean, inflation is a real thing to deal with. At the same time, it doesn't seem like the lower end price stuff gets more expensive to boot with that. It seems like the lower end price stuff is still the same price as it's always been. In this, yeah, secret. In this, talking about the fouls, yeah, it's cue ball fouls only, but a pocket scratch, would be a ball in hand foul anywhere on the table. Scratch on the break, ball in hand anywhere on the table, the same as in 9-ball or 10-ball. You have to hit your group first, and then you can, at the beginning when it's open, you can shoot like a solid into a stripe to make stripes be your pattern. That's the only time when the table's open you can do that. The 8-ball is never a neutral ball, meaning you can never hit it first and legally unless it's the last ball on the table, of course, if it's your last ball.
Like you can't use it in a combo at the beginning.
Correct. You can use it 8 as in a triple combo as the middle intermediate ball.
Right.
Good shot. Now he's just going to probably play for the 8 in the side. So it's going to be Carlo's break after this game?
Yes.
Okay, 4-3.
Rack number 8 begins. Well, it's good. Carlo's coming back. It was looking pretty dicey at the beginning when it was like.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a runaway set for a half second. The balls have not dropped as easily for Steven. Made a good attempt. That was a really long shot on the 3, so I can't really fault him. And it's not like he could just make it. He had to actually play cue ball control and all that as well.
Yep.
Carlo's got one of the brand new purple BK rushes.
Have they officially released them yet?
I saw them like on Facebook that Predator had that they said that they were going to have them. So,
oh, okay.
But I mean, I remember when the BK Rush first came out, the shaft, and I remember that Dennis Orcolo and James Aranis had one like months before they were available.
So he's got 1, 2, 3, 1 solid or 1 stripe down.
Yeah.
I think he made it in the top left.
Yeah, 1 ball in the top left that he made. I think based on the way the balls look, he's going to have to take solids here. Makes more sense to me. Meaning he's probably going to shoot, I believe, the 4 first. Playing for the 7. Maybe play 4 and then the 3. Yeah, this is turning into a good match. The first 2 matches we commentated were just like
blowout.
Not that close.
Yeah.
Not that is a big deal. It was less of a time commitment than we expected, which was nice.
Yeah.
Score check. Fedor 6-4 against Shane right now. Levan and Vitaly 3-4. Vitaly up 1 game. Jesus Atencio and Kelly Chuberko, it's 2-2. I'm sure you all are watching some of these. Evan Lunda 6-4 against Ryan Macedonio. Rooting for the 580 Fargo. Truthfully, I think I love Evan's game. Yeah, now the trick is just going to be to get on the 1. I think he was hoping to get on it right there. I don't think he's going to want to bump these balls. If he has an angle to shoot the 1 and then come, shoot the 3 in the bottom side, then I like that. But I don't think he has quite the angle on that. Yeah, he's going to shoot the 2. So then probably for the 5 next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to come back to the top side of the table. I think he's going to stay below and then probably shoot short side here on the 6 or the 3 next. Oh, he's going to go high. So he's going to come back around, I think. Yeah, never mind. I didn't see the angle exactly.
Do you think like 6 with a little follow, come back for the 3?
Yeah. I think the least risk here is to play rolling forward on the 6, shoot the 3 in the top left. He might be able to draw back with good control. Oh, okay, playing for the 3 next. I love that.
Yeah, that was good.
I wasn't sure if he could get to that spot. Now I think he can just like play a little bit of a nip here.
Yeah.
Bump forward.
Mm-hmm. And that's all she wrote.
Yep, and we'll be playing a race to 4 here. Oh, I'm sure there's a ton of people watching that are working. Are you in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Secret? Yeah, in the U.S., there's a lot of work from home people. They're not going to sell themselves out, though.
Right. They're not going to be like me.
They have to protect it.
Make sure.
There's supposed to be, it seems like a returning to the workplace initiative happening, but I'm not sure that that's going to be that successful.
Did we get off the live over here?
Yeah,
we did.
The live is a little behind.
Yeah.
See, what do we have? The sponsors of the stream here: Predator, Dr. V's,
Mob Productions.
I've heard really good things about the Mob Productions tournaments.
Pool Dog.
I bought stuff from them before. I saw that Shane is now being sponsored by Dr. V's as the new chalk person after having mastered for the last 40 years. So.
Oh, is that where the chalk comes from? Is Dr. V's? Got it.
Dr. V's Titleist chalk.
Got it. There's no E in there.
It's true.
I would not pronounce it that way. But
I know it's, you can't unsee it once you've seen it.
I know, right?
But that doesn't mean talk about it.
Don't talk about it, be about it. All right. Got one person letting the world know.
All right, let's see. Even Steven can regroup here.
Even Steven.
4-1, now 4-4. So we just got to race to 4 see what happens.
Oh, the
I
one
thought that one
stayed
ball was going
up.
to go. This is a little bit of trouble here. Let's see if I'm not sure if Carlo is willing to take on that triple combo to shoot the take the 11, or is he going to deal with that later? It looks like the 11 is straight in combo. It is spelled in Europe. See, Secret is educating us. It's spelled in European.
In European is not a
Silent.
language. Thank you. European is not a language at all, actually. Let's put that out there for everybody. But yes,
Got it.
European English, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that 7 is an issue, right? If you take the solid route.
Yeah.
But then the 11 on the converse side would be.
Yeah, exactly. The benefits and burdens. This is where strategy is important because you got to really decide what you're willing to do before you get into running the ball. So I think he's going to try to just break it out right here.
Oh, yeah. Well, now he bunded up against the 12.
Yep, the 7-12. Steven still has trouble here because the 1 is blocking that corner.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a problem. It's not set up in a way where he can easily make it. He could make the 10 past the 1, but the 15 doesn't really go past the 1 the way it's set up.
Right.
So I think he can break the 7 out right here with just following into this.
Mm-hmm. Like that. And then he got this. The 7 likes to hang out with friends.
Yeah, now he has a combo on it. He's chasing this, but he could shoot the he doesn't have to shoot the combo. He can shoot the 3-1 right now.
Yes, Secret, I do understand that there are differences between British English and American English. I was just being sassy.
Yeah, she's occasionally known to be sassy. Yeah, I think I like shooting the 3-1, playing position for the 2 ball. If you make both the 3 and the 1, you're not going to be in trouble. And then you can run the 7 and the 5 pretty easily. If this is straight in and the 7 doesn't move, then I like the combo. I don't really like shooting the combo if the 7 moves.
Made them both.
Yeah, see, you got there to the 2. That would have been a little bit of trouble if he made that and not played shape for the 2. This is a little bit thin on it though. He needed to come up a little bit further.
Yeah.
Now he might have to shoot the combo after all of that.
Me personally, I'd probably take the 2.
Yeah, I think he's going to shoot the 2, but then the combo next. I don't know if he can hold it. If he makes the 2 and then maybe the cue ball comes back off the rail and hits that 13, then he might have an opportunity to play that straight in on the 7. But it looks to me like it's a little bit harder to control the speed. I don't know if he's going to play a bank here, because the bank shot would lead you to a good position on the 7.
I have a squeaky chair, but my phone was near the mic. I did move it though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not trying to give up anything, so he's taking his time thinking about it. I think he really doesn't know. It looks like from where he's standing, he's kind of looking at the tangent line from the cue ball into the rail and seeing if the cue ball is gonna hit that 13 or not on the way back off the rail. That determines the speed that he needs to hit it at. Oh wow, super nice.
I'm gonna take the
I think the
7
5,
up.
Yeah, I think the 5 goes here. I don't.
Mm.
Well, he's going to shoot the 7, so he must be expecting to bump the 5 to a clear place. Needed a little bit more to get what he wanted out of that. I think he's going to be fine here. If he gets out here, this is quite a bit of pressure he's applied.
In there.
Good cue ball.
Perfect. All right, Carlo takes the lead for the first time in this match. 5-4.
And it's his break.
Was it 4-0 at one point? So he's run 5 in a row? Or is it
4-1?
Well,
I think it was 3-1 and then 4-1.
Oh, okay. So he won his first one. Okay. So now he's got like 4 in a row then.
Yeah, 4 in a row, definitely. Yeah, Steven was definitely up 4-1. I don't think he was 4-0. I'm pretty sure it was 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1.
What do you think? Who do you guys got in the match? What are you guys thinking? Let us know in the chat. Put it in the comments. Team HOLEM, Team BIADO. I think Carlo's looking strong.
Yeah, other than the break, he's played really
Correct.
well.
Yes.
Jeez.
Dang.
Yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of trouble on the break. It's not helpful.
Yeah, I think at least twice he's given the game away that way.
Yeah. Yeah, and Steven can shoot the 3 first here, I think, and just get rid of that problem. Even though you might shoot it all the way downtown, like short side. But with ball in hand, I like that shot. Otherwise, you can just break it out with the 4 and use ball in hand for that. Fedor is 7-5 against Shane. Oliver Ruger 5-4 over Sergio Rivas right now. Vitaly Patsura is 5-3 against Levan. Kelly Chuberko 4-3 against Jesus Atencio right now. And then we got a couple B-side matches. Sabrina Peterson 6-3 over Izzo Castillo. I don't know them. Yeah, I chose to take the 3 first to remove all the clustered balls. I like that. He wanted to be a little bit more off the rail.
Yeah, Jonathan, unsure of the prize pool. This is the 8-ball tournament, but the 10-ball tournament, I think it was 10,000, right?
I
For
think it was
first.
10,000 for first. They haven't posted the prize pool yet anywhere that I've seen it, but I haven't. Like I said, we're unpaid aficionados here, so
Yeah.
we basically be using the same resources y'all would be using.
Yeah, to try to
find that
figure it out.
information.
We're just here for the love of the game.
Yeah, have an opportunity to watch some pool, talk about it, have a bunch of people listen, maybe. It's fun.
All right. Looks like Steven's
Yeah, he's looking good here.
looking pretty good. I have not seen any support for Steven in the chat yet. Only BIADO. It's like, man, 246 can't get one guy for Steven. Come on. All right.
Yep, looking good here.
All good, Jonathan. No worries. Sweet. We got one for Team HOLEM. Is it HOLEM? HOLEM?
HOLEM.
HOLEM. Got it. Just want to make sure I'm not butchering the name.
I think actually there's an apostrophe in his name. I don't know that it comes up on traditionally the way that it's spelled in American U.S. English.
Not very well liked this side of the Canadian border. Dang. All right. Well, we got some people coming out in support of Steven here. 5-5. So it's Steven's break, yeah?
Yeah, 5-5, Stevens break. Looks like they might be taking a player break here.
Yeah, it looks like that. Maybe. Nope. Briefly. This chat is wild.
Yeah, Stephen HOLEM. I thought it was something like that. It's not one word.
Well, it's good. It's been interesting, you know. It looked pretty one-sided at the beginning, and now it's pretty neck and neck. It's good to watch some good pool here.
Yeah, definitely.
Canada's coming out in full effect. They're ready. Got the 5 in the upper side pocket.
Ooh, this is a tricky rack here. We got multiple opposite-sided situations. I don't know. I think it's almost equal here. Maybe solids is a little bit better.
Got all the hearts popping up.
He's taking stripes here, I think. Trying to break the ball out.
Well, I got the 8 out of there.
Yeah, his trick here is now going to be to get to the 15. I think the other 3 balls can be kind of worked.
Yeah. Dealt with.
Because he's going to have to shoot the 13, I think, right now. And then I think he's just going to have to draw straight out of there. Yeah, this is a tough rack right now. He's going to have to come with some good pool here.
Go Canada. That's hilarious. Whew. Well, I got that 7 out of there.
Yeah, he's in trouble, though. Although moving the 8 to that spot definitely helps his cause in a moving situation.
Yeah.
He's going to have to shoot the 9 here. And he still hasn't solved the 15. And he has kind of that hanging ball. That 12 is sitting there. We're not sure what's going to happen with the 11 after he makes the 9.
That's easy.
He might be able to use this to get on the 15.
Like play to the short side of it?
Yeah. You have to stun down, touch a draw maybe. Might be trying to just bump it, though. Bumping it would be just as good. Should work. Huge pocket here with that 14. I don't know if he's going to try it. Hopefully, for his sake, you don't want to bump it because that would just make it harder.
Right.
He's a little bit stretched out, though. It looks like he's trying to play for the 12 next. Not sure what he's thinking. Is he thinking about shooting the 12 and then the 14 and using that to play shape? for the 15? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Here we go.
Yeah, he's going to be all right here. He can shoot either ball. I think he's got the...
Repeat of Toledo.
Oh, man. I don't know if y'all watched the Oscar Raulito set, but I have PTSD every time someone touches the cloth now. Ooh. He's good here.
Yeah.
He's going to have to make a shot. Yeah, the main concern here is that if he uses draw, that he goes behind the 4. And then if he lets it go forward, then he doesn't have the angle. But I think he can go forward here pretty easily. Still have a shot. The 3's not that close to the 8. Yeah, he's being very methodical here with his thinking.
Nice. Bump the 4.
Yeah, making sure not to get behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what he's doing here. It seems like this is a pretty routine shot.
Yeah.
That was thin, but I mean,
Steven
break and
takes
run
the
there.
lead again. 6-5. Shot clock, please.
Yeah, that was an interesting little bit of time taken there. Yeah, it would be interesting if this tournament was on tighter tables. I'll agree with you there. These matches would definitely take a lot longer.
Oh, yeah. Well, he managed to keep the cue ball up and get a ball on the break. Hooray for Carlo.
All right. Got a little bit of work to do there in the bottom right quadrant.
Mm-hmm. It's like 4 of the solids down there. Or, I mean, the stripes. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd consider, let's see, if he can shoot the 13 and go to the end rail and back up, I might shoot that shot first and then use the 9 or maybe the 11, depending on the angle, to like go back into the 12. But I think the 12 also goes in the side past the 10 and the 7.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a little bit tough, but that would be a shot to use the 13 to get to, and then play the 9 as like your insurance if you don't get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's going to shoot the 10 and roll forward then, I think.
And clear out that corner.
Yeah, probably the 11 next. Oh, he just came up nice. Now, if you like the 12, this is a good spot to shoot it. I think you can safely avoid bumping the 5 into the... Maybe he's looking at the 12 in the top side pocket.
Mm.
You couldn't tell if it went past the 4.
Kicking it out.
He's just going to move it. I love that. He's going to have to play shape for the 11 now. It's really the trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could actually see the 3 or the 12 past the 4, but
Right.
it looks pretty standard now. You think he's going to roll it forward here for the 11?
This is getting a little dicey.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to be a little bit straighter, maybe on this ball shooting in the bottom side so that he could play shape for the 11 more easily.
Right.
But now I think he's just going to have to play for the 13 and then get a shot on the 11. Pretty good.
Nice.
Just roll this in. 8 in the side.
Bottom side, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 6-6, race to 2. It's going to be Steven's break now. Rack 13. Who's going to get lucky 13?
That was a nice rack. It's been good full. Other than the couple mistakes on the break that Carlos made, he's played pretty much flawless. He missed, I think, one shot when he was playing that combo, but that was kind of a two-way where he played to hook Steven on the other ball while breaking him out, even though he missed his shot that he was going for. I think Steven has missed one ball, maybe 2 balls.
Everybody in the chat's kind of wild. A lot of smack talk. Love it.
Maybe a break here.
Yeah, I'm not super sure.
Yeah, this is I mean, obviously, it's a huge game, but I'm going to say it anyways. It's a huge game right here coming up.
Yeah.
If Steven breaks and runs this rack, he puts him on the hill, then Carlo's going to need to respond, and then Steven will have the hill break if it happens. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
Shot clock, please. On the break.
Let's see what our... Excuse me.
We'll check the updates
Checking
for the score.
Updates. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't see what happened with, I guess I'll have to go to the bracket here. I'm assuming that Fedor won against Shane. Mark Estiola won against Billy Thorpe. Evan Lunda won. Fedor won 8-5. Roland Garcia won. Oh, Italy ended up going 8-3 against Levan. And Oliver Ruger versus Sergio Rivas, 7-6.
All right. Looks like Steven is coming back to the table. right, let's see how it goes. What do we got? I got a little tie-up situation on the 7-14.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting rack also. Not too much work. If he takes solid or stripes here, then he can use that 13 to break out the 14. Or even if he gets straight in on it, he could stop it and play a short side shot.
The Canadian Rowledo. Jeez. Wild.
Yeah, that was a good shot. He's left himself for that short side position on 14.
Switching out the shaft. I don't know. Looks like he was screwing on a shaft for his cue there.
I think he was putting an extension on the butt.
Oh, interesting. She was definitely twisting the top of it.
Was he?
Yes.
Interesting.
Man, how long has it been? So what do you think here? 6 or the 14 and then the 11 and then the 9 in the bottom side? Oh wait, no, he's still got another ball, right?
Yeah, the 9, 12, and 11
Yeah.
after the 14. He's going to want to take out that 9 soon because that could get a little bit dicey. Depending on what he wants to do as far as power here, he might just make it and then play for the 11, or he could play for the 12. Oh, he's got the 9 here, so I think he might take the 9.
Oh yeah. Yes, this is the A side still.
Oh yeah, so he's playing with an extension, and then he had to take that off to put the other one on. Yeah, I can see being deliberate at this moment in the match. You could just draw back here.
Is this the B side? It's the A side,
This
right?
is the A side.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat is saying this is on the B side. Gorst got the SVB Gorst match, yeah?
Yeah, Gorst won 8-4, 8-5, I think. Oh. No, should be fine. I think he's going to have to draw between the balls now and play the 8 on the side. He overrolled the spot that he wanted to be on. I don't think he's going to try to risk bumping into it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. There you go. On the hill. 7-6. And the crowd goes mild. Lol.
All right. Key break and run there to keep the lead going. Put himself on the hill.
Yep, Carlo's got to make it happen. He's got to come with it.
Yeah, let's see if Carlo can convert on this break. He's been, I mean, he's had a couple mistakes on the break early on, and then yeah, just recently. But I don't know, overall, this break's been okay. But man, if he had been breaking better early on, I'm not sure how this set would have gone.
Right.
Dry break.
Mm-hmm.
Stripes looks open.
Yeah, they got that cluster of solids up there. in the upper right quadrant there.
Yeah, Steven's got an opportunity to just seal it up, seal the deal right here.
Yep. Well, it looks like the 10 goes past the 6.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more difficult because I saw him aiming it toward the bottom middle pocket. I think that would be more difficult given where the 6 is.
Yeah. Agreed. Maybe he was looking at that in case he gets on the 13 and can't really move the cue ball.
Got it. Stripes it is. Seems like he's moving a little faster this rack.
He's going to leave himself a little bit of a challenge getting to the 8 here if he doesn't. There's really nothing obviously easy to go from to the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll have to play the 8 to the left corner instead of the right bottom corner.
He's got the window for the 13 now. Mm, 10 ball. I was like, what?
Yeah, he's playing 9 to the 13, I think, here.
Yeah, which really makes sense.
But he's leaving himself an interesting. I don't know how what his plan is to play the 12 to the 8. Yeah, he's in a weird spot here. Yeah, that helps him actually. Now he can play the 12 in the bottom side pocket and then go towards the 8 on that shot when he shoots the 9, then the 13, then the 12, and then can roll for the 8 ball. Yeah, he's taking his time here. I'd probably be in a similar boat.
Yeah. 12 in the side.
Pretty good. He might end up a little bit close to it, but I don't know.
You gonna think he's gonna shoot it to the bottom left?
No, he's yeah, probably the 8 to the bottom left.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry, I wasn't clear. Take the 12 in the side.
This is an A side match, so the loser is still in.
Y'all are wild out there. But entertaining, I will say. All right. Ready to shoot. Got a little bit of an angle.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yep. All right, that's it. Steven takes the set 8-6 against Carlo BIADO. It's been our pleasure to commentate for this match. Thank you so much for being a very active and involved audience. And I think we're going to sign off of here. So goodbye.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.